Gameon is back again and bigger than ever this time. This is a dual-switch monitor capable of 4K at 160Hz and Full HD at 320Hz. It's powered by a backlit quantum dot panel with fantastic color reproduction and some cool AI features. Let's check out what comes in the box. We start with a 96-watt power brick, an HDMI cable, a DisplayPort cable, and a multi-language user's manual. And finally, there's the mount, which comes in two pieces that you secure together with a single screw from the bottom. When you're assembling it, do not lift the screen out of the box right away. Instead, attach the monitor's mount to the back of the screen first and then lift it out of the box. This is the safest way to handle a fragile screen without causing any damage. So the screen has an anti-glare finish, and the design follows the familiar look of recent Gameon models. Same story in the back, a matte black finish with two LED stripes on either side, and for I/O you get two HDMI 2.1 ports, two display ports, and an audio jack. Now let's get into the fun part. Out of the box, the monitor is set to the 4K mode at 160Hz, and this is a good time to highlight some more of the specs. The panel is a quantum dot fast IPS, which is backlit, which means more uniform brightness across the screen, richer colors, and minimal light bleed. It's capable of reaching 95% of the DCI-P3 color space and 125% of sRGB. Response time is 0.5 milliseconds, and you get support for both G-Sync and FreeSync for tear-free gaming. Before we jump into any games, let's have a look at the OSD and all the built-in features. So we start with Game Plus. That's where you'll find the variable overdrive, which lets you adjust the pixel's response time to reduce ghosting or overshoot. Game Crosshair uses AI to dynamically change the crosshair color for better contrast with your background. Game Visual gives you the usual set of presets to play around with. Next up is a timer, as well as Game Light, which allows you to control the RGB strips on the back. FPS counter does exactly what it says, it's an FPS counter, and HFR mode is where you switch between the 4K 160 and the Full HD 320Hz. We'll come back to that in a bit. Night vision is another feature that uses AI, which helps boost the darker areas of the screen dynamically. This could come in quite handy, especially in games where the darker area could be hiding an enemy. The rest of the available options are pretty standard, so I'm not going to waste your time on them. However, the Others tab could be important. This is where you'll find your FreeSync option, as well as HDR and MPRT. And now we can talk about the user experience. I started in the 4K mode with HDR enabled from both the Windows as well as the monitor, and the picture quality here is fantastic. The colors are super vivid and rich. I've been daily driving an OLED monitor, so I'm used to its color profile, and honestly, I was quite surprised by how this monitor compared. The backlight IPS panel makes a big difference versus an edge-lit one. This is one of the best advantages that this monitor has going for it. It's also worth noting that HDR here is genuinely good. For the first time, I actually recommend using HDR on a Gameon monitor. On previous models, I saw a decline in color depth and overall contrast, but that's not the case here. SDR content looks great as well, so definitely try both and see what you prefer. 4K at 160Hz is perfect for AAA games and non-competitive titles. You get all the sharpness you'd want, and 160Hz is more than enough for running demanding games at this resolution. Moving over to the Full HD 320Hz, this is the mode that you want when you're playing a competitive game and chasing every last frame. As you'd expect, there's a noticeable drop in the image sharpness, but at 320Hz, it's incredibly smooth, ideal for fast-paced titles like Valorant or Counter-Strike. And if you're a console player, you're not left out. Both HDMI ports here support 2.1, so you're capable of getting 4K at 120Hz, along with VRR support. Dual mode technology used to be something you'd only find on the highest end monitors from Asus and LG. Gameon has done the unimaginable and brought this technology to the masses at a very competitive price point. Honestly, it's a tough one to skip. If you wish to learn more about this and other models, check out Gameon's website left in the description below. If you found this video helpful, click the like button and stay subscribed for the newest releases.